For over a century, two giants have battled for our taste buds: Coca-Cola, Pepsi. These names are more than just brands. They are cultural icons. They represent refreshment, joy, and 1,000 shared moments. Think about it: a family barbecue, a trip to the movies, a celebration with friends. Chances are one of these colas was there. Their rivalry is legendary. It has sparked countless debates, blind taste tests, and marketing campaigns that have become part of our collective memory. This isn't just about flavoured sugar water, it's about identity and choice. The familiar red of Coca-Cola, the vibrant blue of Pepsi. These colours are instantly recognisable worldwide. From bustling city squares in Tokyo to quiet village shops in rural India, their presence is undeniable. They have sponsored major sporting events. Their jingles have become earworms for generations. Young Sarah in London might prefer the crisp bite of a Coke on a summer afternoon. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, college student David in New York might reach for a Pepsi to power through a late-night study session. Each choice feels personal, yet it connects them to millions. These drinks are not just beverages, they are social triggers. Seeing someone pop open a can can make you suddenly crave one too. The hiss of the carbonation, the clink of ice in a glass. These are powerful sensory cues. They spark conversations, they bridge gaps. The cola wars have been fought on billboards, in television commercials, and even in space. Yet despite the intense competition, both brands have thrived, becoming deeply embedded in the fabric of global consumer culture. Each carving out a loyal following that fiercely defends their preferred fizz. What makes this rivalry so enduring? It's the constant innovation, the relentless marketing, but more than that, it's the emotional connection these brands have forged. They sell more than a drink, they sell an experience, a feeling. Coca-Cola often evokes nostalgia, a timeless classic. Pepsi positions itself as the choice of the new generation, bold and exciting. This ongoing narrative keeps us engaged, keeps us talking, and most importantly, keeps us drinking. The ultimate showdown isn't just in the marketplace, it's in our hearts and minds every single day.
Walk into any supermarket anywhere in the world. What do you see? Aisles filled with these iconic drinks. People of all ages, from toddlers pointing excitedly to seniors reminiscing, reach for Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Little Emily, just 7 years old, might beg her dad for a small bottle of Coke at a birthday party, her eyes wide with anticipation for that sweet, bubbly treat. Her grandfather, Michael, might prefer a Pepsi with his lunch, swearing it has a sharper, more invigorating flavor that he's loved since he was a teenager back in the 70s.
The love for these beverages transcends generations and geographical boundaries. Consider Maria, a grandmother in Mexico who always has Coca-Cola in her fridge for visiting family, believing it's a staple of hospitality. Her grandson, Carlos, a budding musician, often grabs a Pepsi before band practice, feeling its energetic vibe matches his music.
It's a shared language of refreshment. You see teenagers sharing a large bottle of Coke at the park, their laughter mixing with the sound of the fizz. You see office workers grabbing a can of Pepsi for that afternoon pick-me-up, a small ritual to break the monotony.
This universal appeal is fascinating. It's not just about quenching thirst, it's about the experience. Remember family road trips? The stop at a gas station often included a chilled Coke or Pepsi as a special treat. Think about sports events. The roar of the crowd is often accompanied by the sight of fans sipping their favorite cola.
My friend, Aisha, a marathon runner, always celebrates crossing the finish line with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. She says it's the taste of victory. Her training partner, Ben, however, insists that a Pepsi is more refreshing after a long run.
The preferences are deeply personal, often formed in childhood and carried through life. Some swear by the unique caramel notes of Coca-Cola. Others are devoted to the slightly sweeter, citrusy tang they find in Pepsi.
Blind taste tests often yield surprising results, showing that perception and branding play a huge role. But regardless of which camp you fall into, the sheer joy these drinks bring to so many is undeniable. They are small pleasures, accessible to almost everyone, making ordinary moments feel a little more special, a little more enjoyable.
It's truly amazing how deeply Coca-Cola and Pepsi have woven themselves into the tapestry of our daily lives, far beyond just being a simple drink. People get incredibly creative. My neighbor, old Mr. Henderson, swears by a Coca-Cola marinade for his famous BBQ ribs. He says the acidity tenderizes the meat perfectly, and the sugars create an unbeatable glaze. He's won the neighborhood cook-off 3 years running with that secret.
And he's not alone. Countless recipes online feature cola as a key ingredient for cakes, sauces, and even savory dishes, adding a unique depth of flavor. Then, there are the more unconventional uses, the ones that spread through word of mouth or quirky online forums. Young Alex, a college student always looking for life hacks, once told me he'd heard some people use cola to clean tarnished coins, or even tough grime on car bumpers. He tried it on an old penny, and to his surprise, it gleamed.
While not its intended purpose, it shows how people experiment. There was even a bizarre, short-lived trend where some folks claimed a dab of cola could soothe an insect bite, though doctors would likely raise an eyebrow at that one.
And yes, believe it or not, I've heard whispers of people using cola for the most unexpected personal care routines. My eccentric Aunt Carol, who is always trying out peculiar home remedies she reads about, once mentioned a friend of a friend who swore that a quick rinse with flat Coca-Cola, specifically Coca-Cola, could give her hair an unusual shine.
Even more astonishingly, I stumbled upon an online discussion where a few individuals confessed to using cola as a makeshift mouthwash when they were in a pinch, claiming the fizz left their mouth feeling tingly clean. Though, let's be clear, your dentist would absolutely not recommend making this a regular habit, especially with the sugar content.
These everyday integrations, from the kitchen to these rather oddball experiments, highlight how these brands have become more than just beverages. They are tools, ingredients, conversation starters. Whether it's a busy mum, like Susan, using Pepsi to make a Pepsi can chicken on the grill for a quick family dinner, or a group of teenagers attempting to create a cola volcano for a science project, these drinks are constantly finding new roles.
They are a testament to human ingenuity and the pervasive presence of these iconic brands in our homes and our imaginations, sparking creativity in the most surprising ways.
What is it about that first sip of Coca-Cola or Pepsi that feels so incredibly satisfying? It's a complex dance of sensations. The chill hits your tongue. Then comes the fizz, that delightful carbonation tingling and popping. And finally, the unique blend of sweetness and subtle flavors washes over your palate. For Coca-Cola, many describe it as a perfect harmony of vanilla and caramel notes with a hint of spice. That secret formula guarded for over a century is the stuff of legend. It's what makes it instantly recognizable, a taste that's consistent across the globe. Pepsi, on the other hand, often presents a slightly different profile. Many taste tests suggest it has a burst of citrusy flavor, often perceived as a little sweeter and sharper than Coke. This distinction is key to its appeal for its loyal fans. The ingredients, while seemingly simple carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup or sugar, caffeine, phosphoric acid, natural flavors and caramel color, combine in ways that are meticulously engineered for maximum enjoyment. The precise balance of sugar and acid is crucial for that refreshing quality we crave, cutting through thirst and providing an instant uplift. The caffeine content, of course, plays a significant role too. That gentle stimulant provides a little boost of energy, a welcome pick-me-up during a midday slump or a long drive. It's not just about the taste, it's about how it makes you feel, more alert, more refreshed. Then there's the power of association. We link these drinks with happy times, celebrations, and moments of relaxation. Each sip can trigger a cascade of positive memories and emotions, making the experience even more pleasurable. It's a psychological delight as much as a physical one. Ultimately, the secret isn't just one thing. It's the masterful combination of taste, texture, temperature, and psychological triggers. The way the bubbles feel, the specific level of sweetness, the iconic branding that primes our expectations, it all works together. Think of young Maya, who always insists on a Coca-Cola with extra ice. For her, the clinking of the cubes and the intense cold are as important as the flavor itself. It's this multisensory experience, carefully crafted and consistently delivered, that keeps us coming back for more, sip after satisfying sip.
Section 5. The Red Wave. Why Coca-Cola often wins hearts.
While Pepsi boasts a massive loyal following and an undeniable cool factor, there's a certain pervasive magic that often tips the scales in favor of Coca-Cola.
It's like an old familiar friend.
Coca-Cola has woven itself into the fabric of global culture with such depth and consistency that it often transcends being just a beverage.
It's become synonymous with happiness, togetherness, and timeless tradition.
Think of those iconic Christmas advertisements featuring Santa Claus, a rosy-cheeked figure who has become inextricably linked with the Coca-Cola brand for decades.
This creates a powerful emotional anchor.
The brand's heritage plays a massive role.
Coca-Cola has been around longer, and it has meticulously cultivated an image of authenticity and classic appeal.
My grandfather Arthur, who is now in his late 80s, remembers drinking Coca-Cola from glass bottles as a boy.
For him, it's a taste of nostalgia, a connection to his youth.
This intergenerational appeal is incredibly potent.
Parents share it with their children, creating new memories while reinforcing old ones.
This continuous cycle of positive association makes Coca-Cola feel like a trusted constant in an ever-changing world.
Furthermore, Coca-Cola's marketing often focuses on universal themes of joy, unity, and optimism.
Campaigns like Share a Coke, which personalized bottles with names, created a viral sensation.
It made the act of buying a Coke a personal, shareable experience.
People searched for their names, for the names of friends and family. It wasn't just about drinking a Coke, it was about connecting with others.
This ability to tap into fundamental human desires for connection and happiness gives Coca-Cola an edge that's hard to compete with, fostering a deep-seated brand preference.
Then there's the taste itself.
While subjective, many describe Coca-Cola as having a smoother, more complex flavor profile that is satisfying in a way that feels complete.
It's often described as less overtly sweet than Pepsi, with a balanced finish.
For instance, renowned chef Ricardo, known for his discerning palate, always uses Coca-Cola in his signature braised short ribs, claiming its specific flavor notes are irreplaceable.
This perception of a classic or original taste, combined with masterful branding and emotional resonance, often makes Coca-Cola the default choice, the one people reach for without a second thought.
Section 6, Liquid Gold Coca-Cola as the new investment frontier. It sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it? People choosing to invest in Coca-Cola not just for their enjoyment, but in a way that mirrors how one might value precious commodities. Yet there's a fascinating undercurrent of belief in the enduring power and stability of the Coca-Cola brand that makes some enthusiasts view it as more reliable than traditional assets like gold. Of course, this isn't about financial stock market advice in the traditional sense, but rather about a profound trust in the brand's longevity and consistent value in people's lives, a different kind of return on investment. Consider Mr. Davies, a retired history teacher I know. He doesn't play the stock market, but he collects vintage Coca-Cola memorabilia. He sees these items, old signs, classic bottles, commemorative cans, as tangible pieces of history that hold their value and, more importantly, represent an unwavering cultural presence. He once told me, "Gold fluctuates with the market, my boy, but the joy Coca-Cola brings, that's a constant." It's a sentiment that reflects a deep faith in the brand's enduring appeal and its ability to weather economic storms. This idea extends beyond mere collectibles. For some small business owners, stocking Coca-Cola is seen as a guaranteed draw, a product that consistently sells, providing a reliable stream of income. Maria, who runs a small corner store, says, "I could run out of other things, but if I run out of Coke, my customers get upset. It's like a utility, something people expect and rely on." This reliability, this consistent demand, makes it feel like a safe bet, a blue-chip product in the consumer goods world. It's less about speculation and more about unwavering consumer loyalty. The sheer global ubiquity and brand recognition of Coca-Cola contribute to this perception of steadfast value. It's a product that has successfully navigated over a century of social, political and economic changes, emerging stronger each time. People see this resilience. They see a brand that adapts without losing its core identity. So when someone jokingly says they're investing in Coca-Cola by buying a crate, they're tapping into this broader understanding of its unwavering presence and perceived stability in a volatile world. It's an investment in a global icon, a symbol of consistency that, for many, feels more tangible and trustworthy than abstract financial instruments.
The novelty is incredible. Every outdoor activity becomes a potential cola slurping opportunity. Picnics are instantly catered. Outdoor concerts have built-in refreshments. It's a bizarre, sticky, yet strangely exhilarating phenomenon that has turned the ordinary world completely on its head, all thanks to a sky full of Coca-Cola. Farmers are initially worried about their crops, but then some notice an unexpected benefit. Certain pests seem to dislike the sugary rain, while bees are having a field day, albeit a very buzzed one. The world takes on a distinct reddish-brown hue. How long will it last? What will happen when it stops? Will everything be permanently sticky? People start adapting. Umbrellas become cola catchers. Raincoats are essential to avoid a sugary drenching if you're not in the mood for a spontaneous drink. Of course, the practicalities soon begin to sink in. Rivers of Coca-Cola start forming in the gutters. Streets become sticky. Cars get a sugary coating. The world smells intensely of cola. Scientists are baffled. News reporters are having a field day. "The sweetest storm in history," one headline screams. Elderly Mrs. Gable, who usually complains about everything, is seen on her porch with a teacup, a small smile playing on her lips as she catches the falling refreshment. It's a scene of surreal celebration, a global party thrown by the heavens themselves. The initial reaction is pure, unadulterated joy. People rush out with cups, buckets, anything they can find to catch the sweet, bubbly downpour. Children are dancing in cola puddles, their laughter echoing through the streets. Teenagers are having impromptu cola fights, drenched but deliriously happy. At first, there's confusion. Then, tentative curiosity. Little Timmy down the street is the first to stick his tongue out, his eyes widening in sheer delight. "It's Coke!" he screams, and soon the entire neighborhood is abuzz. Imagine waking up one Tuesday morning. The date is, let's say, May 29th, 2025. You look outside expecting sunshine, or maybe a drizzle of normal rain. But what you see makes you rub your eyes in disbelief. It's not water falling from the sky. It's dark, fizzy, and smells faintly of caramel and vanilla. It's raining Coca-Cola.
As the Coca-Cola rain continued for several days, life adapted in the most extraordinary ways. The initial euphoria gave way to a curious new normal. Roads, once asphalt gray, now glistened with a permanent semi-sticky sheen of dried cola, creating a unique grippy texture that surprisingly reduced skidding for bicycle couriers like Marco, who zipped through the city delivering packages with newfound traction.
The air carried a constant sweet aroma, which, depending on your preference, was either delightfully invigorating or slightly overwhelming. Birds developed a taste for it, their chirps sounding a little more energetic than usual.
Industries were transformed. Car wash businesses saw an unprecedented boom, offering deluxe cola dewaxing services. Scientists and entrepreneurs began exploring ways to harness the fallen cola. Some experimented with concentrating it into potent syrups, while others tried to filter and purify it back into water, though the distinctive Coca-Cola essence proved remarkably resilient.
The fashion industry even saw a brief trend of cola-proof clothing designed to repel the sticky deluge. Kids like young Lily and Tom found endless amusement creating cola slip-and-slides in their backyards and building dams in cola streams.
The world's water bodies took on a new character. Ponds and lakes developed a brownish tint and a distinct fizziness around the edges. Aquatic life seemed surprisingly unfazed, with some fish even observed leaping to catch falling droplets.
The sheer volume of Coca-Cola presented challenges, of course. How to manage the sticky residue? What about the long-term environmental impact? Yet amidst these concerns, there was an undeniable sense of shared global experience. Everyone, everywhere, was part of this sweet, sticky saga, a story they would tell for generations.
Even when the Coca-Cola rain finally stopped, its legacy remained. The world was a little stickier, a little sweeter, and infinitely more interesting. Puddles of concentrated syrup became local curiosities. People hoarded bottled Sky Coke as souvenirs.
The event sparked a renewed appreciation for the simple joy of a cold drink, and for Coca-Cola itself, which had literally showered the world with its presence. Life in the aftermath was a testament to human adaptability, and the surprising ways we find delight and make memories, even in the most bizarre of circumstances.
After such a world-altering event and in celebration of the everyday joy Coca-Cola brings, people needed a song. Something to capture that fizz, that feeling, that iconic red and white. So imagine this tune, upbeat and catchy, something you can't help but tap your foot to. It's a song that echoes in stadiums at family picnics, and when you just need a little lift. It's simple, memorable, and full of that classic Coca-Cola spirit. Here's how it might go, hummed and sung across the newly cola-glazed globe.
Verse 1. Got that feeling, sun is bright, need a little spark of light. Reach for red, you know the sign. Taste of joy, it's so divine. From the morning, cool and deep, to the secrets that you keep. That little bottle, can so neat, makes your happy day complete.
Chorus. Oh, Coca-Cola Fizz and Pop, makes you want to dance and hop. From the mountains to the sea, always there for you and me. Coca-Cola, sweet and bold, a story that will ne'er grow old. Share a Coke and share a smile, makes life better for a while.
Verse 2. Grandma's porch. A summer breeze. Kids all laughing if you please. At the movies, game day cheer. Coca-Cola banishes all fear. With your pizza, burger too, makes every single meal feel new. That classic taste, forever true. Coca-Cola, here for you.
Chorus. Oh, Coca-Cola Fizz and Pop, makes you want to dance and hop. From the mountains to the sea, always there for you and me. Coca-Cola sweet and bold, a story that will ne'er grow old. Share a Coke and share a smile, makes life better for a while.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, feel the bliss, sealed with a refreshing kiss.